of you. Nii Nortey, but you should have told me to prepare my dance moves before. I thought we were joking, but I took it very personal. Welcome to the day show. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Oh, we can't hear you.
I'm doing fine.
You're good?
Yeah.
So you're an actor?
Yeah.
How long have you been acting for?
Oh, just 1 year.
Oh, just 1 year?
I started last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
With only stage plays?
Yeah.
How did you find yourself there?
Clement.
Okay.
Clement Suarez, who helped me.
Are you okay with the English? Hello, what do you want to speak?
Chi.
Chi. But you're Nii Nortey. Why is it Chi? Are you not a Gan?
Yeah, I'm a Gan.
What are you a Gan?
Okay.
Ah.
What are you Gan?
What are you a Gan? Clement Suarez Nina. When be ekabo pay ne ekabo.
Oh, we competition ko ye Adum TV. And the big talent show.
Okay.
Je ke na mi. Oh, ne ke wasmonsa ni e ba hena ma. Oh, ne ba hena ma ni ntwale fio.
Okay.
Oh, be question ni e ke si am fie party e ko. Oh, invite me. Oh, ne invite me ni ke la ko Clement. They can like ni mi to ma boti we small acting work ni bi.
Okay.
Oh, ke ba anye wa mi ni ke mi ake oh ka si gbe aba fi alomo jata.
Alomo jata jibini. Play ni.
Play.
Ni no me Clement Suarez in fe. Okay.
Oh, mba reza Tuesday. Oh, ni mba ni teje me no ni.
And it happened. Well, for those of you who don't understand, Unique, do you speak Ga?
A little bit.
A little, so you sort of understood what he said, right? Well, for those of you who don't understand, I mean, he says he took part in a competition on another TV station, and that's where he met Clemento Suarez. So he made him aware that he was interested in acting. So, I mean, Clemento became his friend, invited him to a party, and that's where he told him that, I wouldn't mind, you know, joining you on stage for a play. So that's when, you know, Clemento told him that there was some stage play that was coming up. He took part, he participated, and then the rest is history. And that's why he's here. But even before we come to that conversation, let me find out from Unique, Abbla Unique.
Yes.
Abbla Unique.
Yes.
So is that your real name or that's your stage name?
That's my stage name.
That's your stage name. You're a singer.
I'm a singer.
How long have you been singing for?
Forever.
Oh, since you were born?
Since I was born.
Okay. So is it because maybe your mother, your father could sing? Where did you get this talent from?
To be honest, I think I might be one of the rare people in the family with the gift of art.
Okay.
I'm not from a very artsy family.
Are they more mathematicians or?
They are business people.
I see.
Yes.
So how did your family take it when you decided to go into singing?
It was a divided decision. Some people in the household were for it and they still are for it.
Okay.
And some people weren't, but now they're kind of coming on and becoming fans.
So how long have you been a professional singer?
I would say 4 years.
4?
4 years.
So you have what, an album out or singles?
I have 2 singles out.
I see.
Yes, I was, after being on Vodafone Icons in 2018.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. I wouldn't say I took a step back because I never strayed from my musical or art part. I may take a step away from the limelight to improve on my expression and all that, and that is what I did.
I see.
But yeah, it's been great. And
so now you're ready to come back full time, or you've already?
Oh yeah, I am back since 2022.
Okay.
I started putting out my own material, my own songs.
Okay.
Yeah, my debut single called Lova Loca, and last year I released another single called Mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you want to give us a song? Any of your songs? Which one? Okay.
So my second single that was released last year.
Yeah.
I wrote it from a place of inspiration. It started from a place of inspiration before it kind of got, you know, dancey. But I just had such a profound moment of appreciation for myself, for how far I've come, you know, in spite of anything else. And my childhood dream of being a singer, I mean, I can now say I'm realizing that.
We'll come back to the talents. But Nii Nortey, at what age you know or you're different? It's solo bole, solo mepi.
Tomorrow, 10 to 11 years, I'm different.
In what way? What did you see?
Then you can make film.
Yeah.
You short. Or I say, drake make. Can quay. Hi,
Teba.
You could learn any moon more coming or
Were you not, no matter if you could depressed, alone? Everybody was tall and you were short?
Oh, a banana, I'm a banana. Oh, no, I'm a banana, now, queen, Miss Mo.
Okay.
I got a banana, can tree, a bat.
Onyanyime area me.
Nyanyime area.
I mean, more black and no,
like, I mean, more I can put you. See the way me need your, I'm a small, like I'm a banana. I'm a small son, you know. See, I am a backbone and to the state that a backbone only Otri Abba. Like I do my life. So I make me long, can avoid in a no,
So at the age of 10, that's when he realized he wasn't growing any taller. He realized there were people who were taller than him, but it didn't depress him or anything, except that he had friends in the area who just liked to pick on him for one reason or the other, to the extent where he would get very angry. And there are also others who just liked him for who he was. She, I me to malaka she bope ji money equity your family me. Hello, ekolo mami, hello papa.
Me pay.
You are the only one in the family. You are oh mami ko papa normal height.
Normal height.
Oh yanyami me.
Ebe nyami me. She papa side yanyami me.
Yanyami me. Oh papa side. So your father has other children, but between your father and your mother, you are the only child. It will be an a cafe con yeme queerable difference.
Oh, me woman. Me come near that come ni equally outside. I'm back when me can be oh Charlie back when in a kind. Mogo no what no she know back when you walk when me last time when me on the ate.
Oh
like local special in a quam like
you don't feel somewhere maybe you don't belong. Not at all. Ofoko da akashimi woni bo keni.
Oh, nini ifo ya nji. Ekole harmony mi jami. Ekole bofo ya.
Me harmony.
Oh, ekole e ba se ekole yani ya chi. Amo bibi ke ni bi kome.
Shikasane.
Ke ni bi kome ba kano e fetu ba fe sad feel ko.
Yeah. And here you are today. I mean, for him, he says that there are times when people would stare at him so much that he would even ask, what's special about him, which is why they're staring at him. There'll be people in cars who would keep looking at him till the car is gone. There are those who would even bump into stones and things just by looking at him. But that never really deterred him, that never made him cry. He's never been depressed. The only reason he would cry is because of some maybe financial challenges or emotional challenges that he would go through. But Abbla, in your case, are you the only one who is differently skinned?
No, myself and my sibling, the one right after me.
Okay, are you the oldest?
Yes, I'm the
oldest. You're the oldest. So how many siblings do you have?
I have 3 siblings. I have an older brother and 2 younger sisters.
Oh, okay, so your brother is...
Yeah, he's light-skinned.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's not...
He's not a person with albinism, no.
But you are?
I am.
At what point did it dawn on you that you were different?
I always knew.
Even from when you were a child?
Yes. My family did not see the point in trying to make me believe a different narrative. I was already aware of how different I just was generally, but I think the particulars of it and the way to navigate society was where my family came in, because they had to tell me I was a very flamboyant kid. I've always been extroverted. So my difference never dimmed my light, but my family kind of had to come in and be like, you know, you kind of have to reel it in a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, for safety reasons and the fact that a lot of people out there aren't as accepting. So it's a matter of, I think it was more a point for my security than anything else. I mean, I don't feel different, but you need to live with the awareness that you are seen as different.
Exactly.
And that difference dictates a lot of what's going to happen. Yeah.
Including how people relate to you?
Yes.
Have people treated you badly just for being different?
Oh, yes, obviously. It happens all the time. I've become just used to it, numb to it, and I don't dwell on it at all. I've seen that when you dwell on the negative aspect of something, you are going to end up only seeing the negative aspects of it. On the daily, on the weekly, I run into someone who could be just ignorant, could be doing it with true malicious intent, but I don't dwell on that. Sometimes I even forget that I'm having those experiences because I'm just so focused on my community, the people in my life who see a superstar.
Yeah.
Not
hello, somebody. Of course.
Yeah, my loved ones, fans, and anything that keeps me happy. And you know.
But what are some of the things people would say or do around you that makes you realize, okay, they probably don't understand this or just have their own malicious intent?
Okay, what I would generally consider as just ignorance is the utterance of the word ofri. Some people are just saying it because, well, they have no other way to point to you, maybe in a crowd or on the street.
Yeah.
And then there is the person who wants to insult you with the word. Well, me personally, you can't insult me with who I am because it's just a word.
Exactly.
It is derogatory, and in some instances where clearly the word is being used as an insult is wrong. I would not put up with it. I would leave, or if I can say something to the person. If it's an underaged person, I usually get into an educative mode where I'm like, you know, you can just call me as auntie if you don't know, but ofri is not the best word. Or
the younger people or kids that call you ofri?
Oh, yes, yes. Usually they run after me. When I'm walking around in the neighborhood, they run after me, but I just stop. I say hello to them. They're curious. They want to touch my skin. They smear it with their fingers and then check if maybe it's going to come off. And there are adults who do that too. Like when I'm in the market. Yes.
To see if it will come off, or if
they don't believe that like a human being can be this pale. And they ask me all the time, do you have blood? I think just 2 days ago, I was at the salon, and the lady who was working on me, her assistant was asking her, Madam Naweo Moja, you know? And the lady was like, you know, she speaks Chi.
What?
So it's, sometimes I think it's just ignorant, but you know, in those cases where it's not, I don't put up with it at all. It's painful when you are simply treated differently, and usually not differently in a good way. You're treated poorly, intentionally, opportunities and, you know, things are being taken from you intentionally, simply because of the way you look. And I say simply because of the way you look because being a person with albinism, it goes in different categories. Some of us just look like a person with albinism, but our eyes work just fine.
Okay.
They can be in the sun, hence they can do like any work that requires being in outdoors.
So you can be in the sun?
I cannot.
Oh, you cannot?
I cannot.
Be in the sun at all?
A little bit, the considerable amount of maybe walking outside, you know, in between buildings, not. But the prolonged exposure, like after 30 minutes, even 30 minutes is bad. These days, 10 minutes tops.
What happens if you're exposed to the sun for too long?
Sunburns.
Wow.
And the painful part about being a person with albinism and getting sunburn is your skin literally kind of, it feels like you got burnt. So your skin is going to be peeling off.
Wow.
Yeah, right through the second layer. And it's not good to be gone for a long, long time. That's the thing about people with albinism. We all don't have one, like a single file, you know, list of issues. It varies. Just like how I would use the word normal people have different colored eyes, different texture of hair, different skin types. We too have different skin types. We too have different texture of hair, different color of hair. My hair is golden. A very good friend of mine, his hair is as pale as my skin. Ooh. You can't differentiate his skin from his hair. You know, it comes in all shapes and senses, just like anybody else. But I think, but I think with education and explanation of, you know, who we are, how we come, things would be different.
They would. Yeah. Nii Nortey, ewo bonake nuchumo namo kefe wa hambo. Amekuwa bwake kule because we equity ewo onyo ofe nuchumo alonoko.
Na habi.
Okay.
Amekuwa amehani mba na amekuwa instrument nike phone.
Okay.
Ogente na ke o manyimo fi.
Ewo before stage play no me no chuo.
Oh, no me ichu no ko me wan yanti e shin.
Okay.
Yanti ho omo o le wa le feel. Aoni mba.
No, but stage play. Or turn off a actor. She cafe warrior she rose na ba hamboe. Jacole Boma with your role. That no ban your fee.
Ako go afi demon.
Demon.
Go afi haye.
Ewa ye role so sasabo sam.
She esani ebale la kan. Because ekolo ba nyam play concloni. Ekolo manima fiti jeme. Manima fi jemo duba. Si be ngo ba chebo ba ko afi ne. Oba fi ne. Oba aye play. Aye ne. No. I feel
in those cases, do you reject the role or feel still because of the money?
Feel, because you believe on him. You feel because you believe on him. If I say they can't play ne, iya minchon.
Oh yeah, minchon, you stop
like,
the play.
Yeah, minchon because I'm the kind role I play in
okay.
Because if I say Sanimu Matish Makake. I mean,
to be fair, think about it. He's just talked about the challenges that people like him face in the industry because usually they cast them for roles that portray demons, dwarfs, you know, the typical roles. So most of the time it's as if he's typecasted, and that's the problem. And he's hoping that he'll get to a point where he can speak up finally and request or demand that he gets to play other roles as well. And I can give a clear example. As much as he still played the dwarf in Game of Thrones, I mean, he was still one of the most powerful characters, you know, in Game of Thrones. How many of you have watched? I've forgotten what his name was. You have, right?
His name too,
oh, Tyrion Lannister. Yes, he was like one of the most powerful in the game, in the series as well. But it probably must have taken a lot of no's for him to get to that point, and that's what he is also facing. She can I mean, boneke what toba fit toba chake because Jebo Peno actor neke roles ne. Oye nyanye me ni tomobu, and they all accept to do those movies. So one person, do you feel like you have the voice and you can turn things around? Alo janye fenya but together.
But we fenya but together. We feel what you komi ake. Sanu ke director ne ake. Neke role ne. Anwo player. Nyani wona. Nini ya wami ejiko. Sikenya kawo pete gbogbo ehe. Yena nini yo.
What is dating like? And I want to hear from both of you. Are you in a relationship at the moment?
Currently,
if you don't mind me prying.
Currently, I'm jumping ships.
Oh, you're jumping ships?
I'm jumping ships.
Why? What's going on? Too many things, huh?
Breakfast.
Breakfast? You gave breakfast or someone served you breakfast?
I usually dish it out, but this time I think I got it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I know.
I'm sorry.
So I'm kind of jumping ship.
Oh, well, you'll be fine.
I will.
You get to lunch soon.
I mean, whoever is out there, hey.
Hey. Hey. But have you had any challenge in finding a partner? Like, do they also judge you sometimes? Based on your skin color and all?
Okay, this is the one I know about. There was an ex of mine who couldn't handle I suppose the pressure of the fame that comes with being with me. I may not be famous as in everybody knows you already, but when I walk into the place, suddenly everybody knows me. So I feel a lot of people who go through life without having such eyes on them becomes really uncomfortable in those situations. So
I see. Yeah. But you've never had anybody look at you and say, "I'm sorry, I'm not dating you. You are different."
Well, excuse my friend. Fuck you.
Okay. What about you? What's dating like? Or your girlfriend? Hello, auntie Nkwe or small nobody.
Oh, first your girlfriend.
First or your girlfriend? No, Shile.
Leshimi.
Mine we shimbo.
Esmo ni imami musumo esmo mini ke bilanye.
Mine we small no go be bilanye. Eja ka o ye gutio.
You have to be na kai.
But the girl accepted to be your girlfriend.
O ekemi.
For how long?
Oh. Okola ke be 1 year.
Oh, you dated her for 1 year? And she left you?
Because imami sumo.
Oh, is she because mommy small? Jack less small, but let no me small.
Eba because of Shikayo eba.
She came to you because of money. But you okay? Let me not say you were rich. I don't want to sound like I'm saying he's not rich now. Oh, yeah, Shikapi Yona.
Oh, me Shikapi mo. She support the big command. Get away in hand. Get away in hand. Not minute on the hand.
No, for no iPhone 7, 12.
Oh,
here
8 Pubiane.
Here 8 boy hale.
Me here hale keke at school. Kasini.
What will you? You have plenty money.
Oh, like let your like minute. I tally. Hello, waiting. No, man, like scar. Because it's small, Lolo. By this time, it's small, Lolo. She will tell my G like I love it.
Oh, smaller still?
Yeah.
She will keep my back over here.
But Mammy kept Papa a peneno. Okay, I mean, some. Okay,
Mammy, we are small.
Mammy, like him, Miss Mabile.
Nibeka Kobake Coleo height, one a small sunny.
A keko, she and the beef, mommy.
So the girl is a normal height girl. Allo le hu
oh a few.
Okay. Hey, mini sanine. Right now you are single.
Then single.
Well, he had a girlfriend. I know I have to translate. He had a girlfriend, but it looks as if the girl's parents, especially her mother, didn't like him for their daughter because he suspects it was because of his height. But he would buy anything for the girl. He just wanted to make sure that she was comfortable. And even till date, he still loves her. But he's trying to get that love. Yeah, he's trying to get that love out of him. But he would have done anything for the girl. He even bought her an iPhone 8.
Aww.
Yes. He'll do anything for her, but unfortunately, he's single. Moko check out ona.
Oh, no.
No, we small. You need to like up and that. Boba small me. I don't know.
No, come up and down.
Mokonya kwa up and down. Wow.
Kwa come up and down. Oh, check no, come up and down. No.
Well, do you understand? If you don't understand, forget it. Well, I was just asking if there are people who size him, up and down. How do you say? Like, look at him and judge him based on his size. He said, you dare not. Have you finished checking yourself out before looking at him, in such a, a derogatory manner? Well, that's really good. Are you into advocacy at the moment?
Yes, I feel like my life is like that on the daily. Whichever way I can reach out immediately or put it in plans, be it the person in proximity or far, whichever way I can reach out, educate, and support in any way I do.
Educate on albinism?
On albinism,
okay.
Yes.
Do you belong to any association? I know there's an association in Ghana.
Yes, the Ghanaian Persons with Albinism Association.
Are you a member?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, I mean, what would you say to society to ensure that, we encourage inclusivity and all of that?
I would say none of us kind of choose how we are made. Nobody chose how they were made. And that goes across the board. And when we get here, the only rule is love. Yeah. And if we can find love in our heart, everything else is only a matter of conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah. Me know about wake Ghana be ake tumobo ke ablana ke ekulenye different. Esolole skin color, esolo bo height. She know each one ake she jig memeji. Me know wake Ghana be na me fe. Na me ke embrace what fe.
Oh, in wake Ghana be ake. Ameko wake. Won bemenji what mama no. Because careful he ni laba. You came from here, lababa. Oh, like I mean, what you call me? I make a chile wake. Many different.
Yeah.
Often or jay coming over. Or new call for in laba, you came for in laba. But I know that on your me Jimmy. Because all Lenny, when you mafia compatible.
Yeah.
But on compatible, you Lenny mafia. No, the machine, compatible. Local young woman call Quam. Won't go to explore again, Quam.
No. So we all support each other. Well, basically, encouraging us to avoid stigmatization, especially for people, who are differently able. At the end of the day, we're all one. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to let Abbla sing, and we're going to put him to test and see what role he can play on the stage today. Don't go anywhere. This is the Day Show.